What could have made Fan Xian so angry? Her best friend died trying to protect her, and the culprit is the giant rat hasn't been punished accordingly. In order to get military reports from Northern Qi, they used the rat to make a deal for the war between the two countries. Who could have done that? Mr. President is away from Kyoto. The medical department is in charge of all matters in Kyoto. Mr. Zhuge is in charge. Take me to him. Your Excellency, take me to him. Wang Qinian kept reminding Fan Xian along the way. Zhuge has been with the director for years. He's a powerful organizer. He told him to be careful with his words. But Fan Xian didn't listen. When we met, he asked him directly. He asked him why he let himself go. Zhuge didn't want to talk to him, but he pressed him with the 41 cards. He had to tell him that the Beijing army had been deployed. The two countries are on the verge of war. The war against Northern Qi has been planned for a long time. But the timing must be in Qing's hands if we kill Qing Yu. I'm afraid it will cause resentment from the Northern Qi. We'll be in trouble. Qing Yu has connections in the Northern Qi hierarchy if we let him go. He'll provide us with military intelligence cells. The more Fan Xian listens, the angrier he gets. You want to trade lies for information? Zhuge blurted out that it was only a guard who died. A guard is a human being, his son's father, his wife's husband, his family's only source of support. Now the bones of the dead are still cold, but the murderer is still at large. Where's the law of the land? Zhuge has no time for him. Tell him the decision has been made. Tell his men to pass on the order. The proceedings will be organized by one place. Even if someone has a Tischbelt tag, we can't hand them over. I'm going to cut you off from the rest of the world. When you get out of the office of the Inspector General, Fan Xian asked Wang Qinian to inquire. When Qing Yu left, he wants to avenge Tang Zijing himself. Soon Wang Qinian told Fan Xian, Qing Yu will leave through the north gate in half an hour. He'll take the waterway back to Northern Qi. Wang Qinian advised him to ambush him in the woods outside the city, but Fan Xian went straight to the north gate. He wanted revenge in broad daylight. Qing Yu had just come out of the Palace of Supervision. He found Fan Xian waiting 10 meters away. He knew there would be a fight today. Fan Xian said he was advised to do it in a less crowded area. But Qing Yu's murder in the street was unforgivable. He's going to kill Qing in public. I'll kill him if you can't. The Procurator's men are still trying to protect Qing, but at this moment, he only wants to fight Fan Xian. The two of them are on the verge of a fight. In this world, if there's no one you're willing to die for, it's pointless to live. I understand. With someone like that, that's the only way to be rooted in this world. This is Fujiko Kyo's sword. You should remember that name. Qing Yu couldn't hold out much longer. He fell to the ground, but then a boy ran up to him. The boy wasn't afraid. He walked straight to Qing Yu. Qing touched the boy with his hand. That scared Fan Xian. Don't hurt him. I'll let you go. But Orange Tree was just saying goodbye. When Zhu arrived, he was still too late. Take him down. Fan Xian was taken back to the public prosecutor's office. Not only did he lose his Tischbelt tag, but he'll be locked up in prison. On the way, he was stopped by a group of men from Division 3. Fan Xian is their junior apprentice, Fei Jie. When he left, he told them to take care of him. The one who's been targeting Fan Xian. The brothers are going to die with him. How will you protect him? No matter how big a mistake you've made. He's not going to the dungeon, is he? Fine. I'm going to take him to the dungeon myself. Anyone who tries to stop him will be punished for treason. Those who conspire against me will be punished for treason. Get out of the way. Prepare the medicine. Brothers and sisters. Fan Xian stopped them. The brothers say he can handle this on his own. He's got his own brother behind him. Zhuge told Fan Xian. Fei Yu is not in Kyoto. The 3 divisions have no one to lead them. They've ruined his plan. No one can save him today. But as soon as he said that, he was stopped by Yin Si-hai. Yin Bingyun has been deported to Northern Qi for committing a crime. Her life and death are uncertain. He really can't understand why would Yin protect him? His Majesty's secret decree, forget it. I don't want to telegraph it, read it yourself, it's simple. It's to release Fan Xian. All of us know that. Although Zhuge was unhappy, he had no choice but to let Fan Xian go. Fan Xian has yet to find the culprit. Wang Qinian told him Sri left the drunken immortal theater the night of the assassination. And the only person who knew of his whereabouts that day. Sri was the only one who knew of his whereabouts that day. If Zhuge wants to know where the token came from, I need to see the secret message in Zhuge's hand. Wang Qinian knows all about sneaking around. Late at night, he sneaked into a place alone to look for the secret message, and he found the same runes on the token. But when he came out, Zhuge was waiting for him with his men. Luckily, Wang Qi's youthful skills were excellent. When he saw the situation, he ran away. I'll go first, he's a good fighter. I'm dismissing Wang Qinian as Winxiu. Search the city. Now we have to find Sri. The truth will come out. So they had to travel all night. They finally caught up with Sri in a courtyard. But Sri was hiding in a room and wasn't discovered. In order to get rid of Fan Xian, Sri drugged their food, so he could buy himself some time to escape. But these are ordinary drug dealers. Cord could recognize them with a single sniff. So the two of them used a trick to get away. They took the waiter into their room. They found out about Sri Sri's whereabouts. There was also a girl. What girl? She came in this afternoon, too. He wanted to see the quality of the food. He wanted to see the quality of the food before deciding whether to eat here or not. So I brought him your lunch boxes. I didn't do anything else. Why did he choose our food? If you live close by, you should live across the street. The man accidentally found a pile of fresh horse manure. He took out a pair of chopsticks for hot pot. Then he covered them with his clothes and prepared to eat. This surprised the people behind him. Brother, how hungry are you? But Wang Qingyan didn't care about that. He was eating by himself. The reason he did this is to track Sri Sri's location. That's right, sir. This is the concentrated feed in the inn. The direction is correct. Sri should be up ahead. We've confirmed Sri Sri's location. The two of them are chasing after him at a fast pace. Soon, they found Sri in a pavilion by the roadside. Mr. Fan is finally here. I've been waiting for you for so long. You're the Northern Qi spy? Yes, I am. From what he said, Sri is a Northern Qi spy in Qing. But when Fan Xian asked him about the assassination at Oxley Street, he pretended not to know anything. The Fan wanted to take Sri back to Kyoto, but Sri didn't panic. The reason they were able to catch up so easily, Sri gave them a clue on purpose. Then a large number of bandits appeared around them. They surrounded them. Sri couldn't get away. So he rode off on his horse. Take care, Your Excellency. I'll go first. Wang Qingyan looked in the treasure chest. He found the most useful weapon in his treasure chest. He's ready to respond. Fan Xian is crouching on the ground. Sir, I can't do this anymore. You're begging for mercy, sir. What's moving? The stones are moving. Sir, what time is it? Stop squatting and looking at the rocks, sir. The ground is shaking. It's because of the army that appeared in the distance. Wang Qingyan recognized them at once. They are black pieces belonging only to Qin Pingping. The appearance of the black pieces not only stopped the escaping Sri, it also solved all the troubles easily. Lord Shadow, the Dean, knows about Kyoto. He sent you a message. He told you to go ahead. He told you to go ahead and do it. Even if the sky falls, he'll take him back. But Fan Xian doesn't even know the Dean, which makes him even more curious about Qin Pingping. Migration is sweeping across the country. All the tricks of the trade have become a laughing matter. This is true power. Black handed over 4 liri to Fan and left. The matter was settled. Even 4 Lily was confused. He didn't know who Fan Xian was. Qin Pingping used Black Chess to help him. This name once swept the world. It was a nightmare for all nations. Qin Pingping of the Procuratorate was recognized as the King of Darkness. The biggest problem we have right now is the fear that on the way back to the capital someone will try to silence Sri. But Fan Xian did the opposite. He publicized the news of Sri Sri's capture. He announced it to the world. He took him back to the capital on the open road. But all the powers received the news quickly. But no one dared take action against Sri. Fan Xian told him, whichever side he falls into, he would be tortured and forced to confess. Only if he cooperated could he stay alive. But Sri has a very sophisticated mind. The mastermind behind this is the key to his survival. He refused to tell Fan Xian anything. There was nothing Fan could do. He had to take him back to Kyoto. But as soon as he entered, the Ministry of Justice and the Kyoto Prefecture were waiting. Fan Xian took out his Tish badge and tried to ask them to get out of his way. But they still wouldn't give up. Fan Xian was in a difficult position. Yin Ruahai arrived with an official letter from Emperor Qing. The public prosecutor's office is to... Here's the document. Without His Majesty's order. I'll take this man with me. If you don't like it, just grab him. I've been scouting for the military and watching out for me. I found Yulinger. I hope to find out from him who was in the painting room that day. And Yulingo was afraid of the power behind that person. She advised the suspect not to investigate any further. If you keep investigating, your family will be in danger. He can't risk his entire family. Fan Xian didn't give him a hard time. He knows. The man behind this is a man of high standing in the court. Even the Yu family, the guardians of Kyoto, are afraid of him. Fan Xian could only pin his hopes on Sri. In the dark of night, he put on his night clothes and sneaked into the Palace of Supervision. Fan Xian followed the map. And sneaked into the cell while the guards were changing rooms. But what he didn't expect, as soon as he entered, the guards who had left quickly returned to their original positions. It was as if someone had let him in on purpose. When he saw Sly, he went straight to the point. Sri is confused by this scene. He doesn't know who Fan Xian really is. What's his status? How could he get the public prosecutor's office to help him so much? Fan Xian pressed on. Sri's defenses collapsed. He had to tell him that Lin Gong was behind it all. The next day, Fan Xian asked Fan Xia to lead the way. He led a procession to welcome the bride. He was on his way to the royal residence. Lin Gong found out. Lin Gong was furious. He ordered that if Fan Xian entered the courtyard, Fan Xian would be killed. At the gate, A maid led Fan to the door. Someone told him Lin Gong was going to kill him. He was told to leave. As soon as the words left his mouth, dozens of assassins were waiting in the shadows. They surrounded Fan Xian. Fan Xian knew he was outnumbered. He could only escape over the wall. After this test, Fan Xian became even more convinced Lin Gong was the one who wanted to kill him. But knowing the truth, Fan Xian was in a difficult position. If you kill Lin Gong yourself, you and one heir will never be together again. So let it go. Let Tang Zijing die in vain. But for Tang Zijing's sake, for the so-called fairness in his heart, he decided to kill Lin Gong himself. He dressed up in disguise. He planned to kill him at night, but when he was still struggling inside, he saw Wu Zhu, who had disappeared for a long time. Go back. Lin Gong planned Lu Lonjia's suicide. Tang Zijing died because of me. I know I'm going to kill him. You're hesitating. I'm not. He's going to kill me. Tang Zijing died for me. I must kill him. Your heart is in turmoil. Going over there like this is just a death sentence. I said, get out of the way.